prices on the London Metal Exchange and earlier this morning on the Shanghai Future Exchange are all up across the board this morning. And once again, it seems that all dips which are coming up in the market are being used actually by market participants to take along new positions, and the sentiment, of course, for all the base metal prices remains really robust. That is definitely due also to the inflation concerns, which remain definitely elevated. The US Treasury yields and gold are both trading firmer today. The United Federal Reserve officials stick to their view that inflationary pressures will be only transitory, which of course then remains on the long term a better sentiment. Also, the data which came out Monday in China has shown some slowing in the economy, but there again also the overall sentiment remains really strong. If we have a short look at the current base metal prices, we can see copper is still trading at 10,476, the 3 months price, that is 1% plus. Aluminium is unchanged, slight losses, not really a big concern, trading at $2,488 per ton. Zinc is the biggest gainer this morning. We are at a real all-time high of $3,084 a price on the 3 months contract. That's a price we haven't seen really for a while. That is also due to the fact about eventual political changes in Chile, which could have definitely an impact on copper, but also as well on zinc. If we have a look at the nickel price is trading at $18,180 3 months price. That is the second biggest gainer today, 1.3% plus. Lead is at $2,212 a ton, and tin is going up by 0.5% at $30,095 on the 3 months price. The precious metal prices are all going up today by an average of 1.4%. Here again we have some real high prices. Gold is trading at $1,869 an ounce. That is a plus of 0.2%. Silver is trading at 28.53 the ounce. Platinum at $1,244 the ounce. That is a plus of 0.4%. And palladium is up at 2,915, which is a plus of 0.3%. On the US 10-year treasuries, they have been quoted this morning at 1.64%. That is a little bit down compared to yesterday, where we've been at 1.65. The US dollar index is definitely weakening again. It was quoted at 90.06. And that is, of course, then a positive sign for the euro, which remains quite bullish today. We are above 122 for the moment, at 122.16. And against the yen, the dollar is at 109.11. So definitely is the dollar right now losing ground. On the economic calendar, it's quite busy today. We had already some data from Japan on the gross domestic product for the first quarter. It fell by 1.3%. We had the tertiary industrial activity index, which climbed 1.1% in March. And later on, we'll have some data on the employment situation in the United Kingdoms and the European Union. We will have from the EU the GDP also coming out, and this afternoon some data from the United States on housing starts and on building permits. So just as a summary on the base metal prices, the fact that last week's price weakness did not last really long and have attracted some bargain hunting activities, that is definitely a sign that the sentiment definitely remains robust for the industrial metals. And the price pullback provide an excuse for some profit-taking activities, but that has been only limited through some follow-through selling. And these limited pullbacks are very reminiscent of other structural bull runs that we saw in the mid-2000s super cycle. So there's little room actually for complacency, especially if China has its foot on the brake and further waves of the pandemic could start up in places that have been up until now, which had the virus under control, such as Singapore or Taiwan, for example.